don't leave me, baby. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't, please don't leave me, baby. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't, please don't leave me, baby. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't, please don't leave me, baby. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't, please don't leave me. Don't, please don't leave me, baby.
just feeding my head? Did I suddenly wake up or just fall out of bed? When I talk about dope, don't you know I mean dreams? We all live in hope beyond our means. And another day came, just like the other day went. But I can't recall just how they were spent, 'cause I was I'm towel, I'm chasing chasing the dragon. Come on into my whorehouse, I'm bleeding, there's a leak in my heart. Light a shine, failing to catch your falling star. Put it in your pocket. Hey, you got the bee out your bonnet, you tie your kite to a comment and rock and roll. What is that sound? Sound by the door. Why am I sliding across the floor? You see, once I was clear, I put that down to perfection. Now I'm exploding in every direction. I must be well, I'm chasing. I'm chasing the dragon. All right.
Oh. Rude awakening. Here we are.
So professional, really.
Quite professional, really. Hopefully we're audible.
Seems like it.
If we can get an amen. Look at that.
Woo!
I love that in that video. So that band is called Jeremy's Secret.
Is Jeremy the one who dated David Bowie?
Well, I don't think either of them are actually named Jeremy.
Oh,
but
okay.
I've read somewhere that Simon Fisher Turner had a secret. I should probably, I don't know. Shouldn't spread rumors.
I mean, how much of a secret could it be if you found out about it?
As someone who's very close. Probably shouldn't be saying. Do you want to move in a little more?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe.
But I like that in the title of that they say Jeremy Secret.
Nice.
And they're like playing in front of these ladders. Just, like,
Well, they were famous for that.
playing in front
Yeah, they would always. They'd insist upon it.
I should just bring some ladders on tour with me.
I saw a
Set
neighbor
piece.
yesterday on my dog walk. I saw a neighbor. He put his ladder. I probably shouldn't be spreading this secret either, but he put a ladder against his house, and he was looking at it. Then he would like move it a little bit and then put it back and then look at it.
Is this the guy who's building the tomb?
No. That guy does a bunch of other weird stuff.
We have this neighbor who seems to be building some kind of like crypt.
Well, at first I thought it was, a place to bury victims.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it is, but it
But
also...
he is building it in broad daylight.
He's building in broad daylight, and it has a giant Buddha sculpture on it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So he's a Buddhist with a Blue Lives Matter sticker on his car?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's everything.
That's a new one.
He's all things.
That's new. I wonder if he just bought the car with the Blue Lives Matter
I mean, and I hope so.
and then just like didn't realize that he should take it off.
Well, it's weird because there's 2 Blue Lives Matter stickers, and there's also a sticker for this shooting range in town that's like
Oh, right.
insanely racist, and the guy is like a KKK member.
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
And that's just like
and he's like a politician. He's like total
general
piece
knowledge.
of shit. Yeah.
Who is he?
The thing is called Clyde Armory.
That sounds so made up.
I can't remember Clyde Armory. I
That
don't think
sounds
that.
like a horrible man's name for sure.
What's up? My name's Clyde Armory.
You know, it's funny that there's this house across from us that has like Kemp and Trump signs and stuff. And there was a truck parked outside of it the other day while I was roller skating that had a Dead Kennedys sticker.
They're probably just like dead Democrats. They don't even know. Like, it's a cool band.
Well, it's so funny seeing all the people like now angry at Rage Against the Machine for being politically progressive.
Who's mad at them?
Just stupid people and
Just like Marines that
The
used to
internet.
like murder people listening to their music and thinking it was murder music.
yeah, I mean, it's just like I guess people really don't listen to the music they listen to.
All they hear is like, they're like, fuck yeah, this rules.
Guerrilla radio.
And then they found out they were actually saying something.
Yeah.
Like, what? We were tricked. They're
I
sort
like
of the.
back when music was music and politics was politics.
I mean, it's so interesting now how like 100% of existence is political. Like you can't do anything that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's always been that way.
To some extent. I mean, maybe it just I was younger, so I just was totally checked out.
Yeah.
But it seemed like yeah, everyone hated George W. Everyone hated Rumsfeld and
Yeah.
all those fuckers. But
Yeah,
like
like
you weren't
overtly
obsessed about it.
political,
You
yeah.
weren't like like you didn't have to like comment about it or like think about it every day. It's
Well,
like
now you
yeah,
have to
they're
comment
war
on
criminals and they're
everything.
horrible monsters. But like, I'm also like not gonna obsess over it. But like now we just have to obsess over it.
What do you mean? Like artists have to obsess over it?
No, just humans in general. Like, you know, like I feel like, you know, like obviously like whenever the hell W was president 6,000 years ago, like you would say like, obviously I don't like George W. Like if you travel in Europe and stuff, people are like, oh, your president's an asshole and a moron. You're like, well, that doesn't mean that everyone in the United States is a moron, you know. But like, it wasn't really that big of a deal. It wasn't like everyone like was in agreement. Yeah, they suck. But now it's like this waking dread that's just like hovering over us at all times. Like, fuck, we're about to become like an actual fascist country. And like, what are we going to do about it? Like, you know what I mean? Like it didn't really.
This has always felt that way to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, the end. So you
I
feel
mean-
like the same dread that you feel for Trump, you felt for George W.
Well, you know, I was like a child during.
So no.
But a lot of the music I was listening to was like talking about fascism. Like I feel like I learned about fascism and how to be afraid of it from music that I was into in a way.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause like I wasn't super woke or anything. Like I didn't, you know, in public school, I was just getting the America's Great script. But then you would listen to Rage Against the Machine and be like, oh, those who work forces do burn crosses.
What does it mean to work forces?
Well, I always thought he was talking about like police,
Uh,
the militarized police force.
mm-hmm. To work a force.
Yeah.
Is it poetry?
This is our most common argument, maybe.
Like, Should someone be like a little bit more explicit? Or should they just allow it to be ambiguous?
Well, I feel like it's not ambiguous, really.
Well, the burning crosses obviously is 100% not, but then
Yeah.
the first part of it is open to interpretation.
Yeah, I guess. Force.
Work
Use
forces.
the force. Maybe he's talking about the force, the Jedi force.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually probably what he's talking about.
He was really into lightsabering.
How are you feeling today, Kevin?
I've had a rough week, TBH.
Yeah. Is today feeling any better or?
It's kind of feeling the same.
Yeah.
I became a swimming pool.
Tell us about it.
So I became a swimming pool, and my voice became the surface of the swimming pool, and the swimming pool keeps getting larger and larger and deeper, but my voice always stays on the surface.
Great.
Yeah.
Should we play a song?
We have that. Sometimes at night when I'm driving and I see the headlights coming at me,
We're not allowed to talk about Woody Allen movies
Oh, right.
anymore.
Man. Well, our guest very famously said...
maybe this would be a good segue.
Yeah.
So, wait, did you pull that up?
Yeah.
Okay, so our guest today is Claire Rousay. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but if not, she will correct me. And I want to play this song of hers. I guess it's kind of silly to call it a song. This piece of poetry called "I'm Not a Bad Person, But." So let's play it, and then we'll talk.
And then we'll have it.
And then we'll have it.
Bandcamp.
I don't think I am a bad person, but I have done some less than good things in my life. Once, when I was 12, I took a drum lesson at night in the drum shop. When my teacher was preparing the teaching space, I stole drumsticks from the store and placed them in my bag. I text and drive 85% of the time, unless someone is with me. I don't want to kill anyone I know. That would be an awkward conversation to have with their family. Instead of tipping at the coffee shop, I used to stick my empty hand in the tip jar when the barista turned their back and waited until they turned around again. This way it still looked like I was tipping. My first time dog sitting for my friend's family, I accidentally kicked the dog. I was 9. When I was 14, I masturbated to a Facebook photo of someone from my school. I pretended to get hurt by a remote-controlled car when I was 8 years old so I didn't have to play with my friend anymore. I was bored of him. Later my dad found out and spanked me with a wooden spoon from the kitchen. I lied to my friends sometimes that I listened to their SoundCloud link when all I did was skip to the middle and listen to approximately 30 seconds of their recording. I stole beers from my family's fridge when I was 16, so I could try to get drunk behind the local library with my friend Grace. It didn't work, so the next time we decided we would smoke weed. The next time I tried to get fucked up with Grace was when I bought weed from my friend Chad. I didn't pay him for the weed for over 2 weeks. Sometimes when I am alone, I think about my extended family dying and getting a very tiny amount of extra money in my bank account. There have been times when I am talking shit over text messages and send the text to the person I am criticizing and not the person I am gossiping with. Sometimes when I am drunk, I say retarded. I watched a guy pepper spray a sleeping homeless man on the train and was too scared to do anything to stop it. It happened a few months ago and I keep replaying it in my head, wishing I'd done something. Around the 5th grade, I got into a fight with my younger sister. She wouldn't stop talking, so I decided I would cover her nose and mouth until there was no more sound. She survived. I am still lying to my parents until this day about being addicted to smoking cigarettes. At my last job, I would drink on the clock. It felt normal because everyone would do it, but I definitely drank a lot. I still drink a lot. There is a certain uneasy feeling I get when I am the only white person in the room. I understand all white people are inherently racist, but this experience always brings out the worst in me. Sometimes I used to pretend I had less money than I actually do so my partner would pay for me. I say that I hate a lot of things. Only some of those things I actually capital H hate. The last long tour I went on, I slept with someone different every night for 6 days in a row. It felt awesome at the time, but now I just feel bad that I never reached out after that week. I like to lie. It is really fun because you're the only one that knows. I feed my dog food I am not supposed to sometimes. I do it as a way to gain her love and trust, even though it is unsafe for her. When I was younger, I would vocalize false music tastes depending on who I was around. There is nothing more uncomfortable than being 15 and feeling uncool. I cheated on my long-term partner with her friend once. It ended poorly. Oftentimes I see car accidents and keep driving cause I don't want to be bothered to stop and be a witness. When I was growing up an evangelical Christian, I was attending church and pretending to believe in God even though I didn't any longer. I think my sister's ex-boyfriend is a douchebag. I know that I have fatphobic thoughts but have yet to do the work to undo that thought process in my brain. I go number 2 in my partner's bathroom. My very first job was at a dry cleaner's. I would sort dirty clothing and find money in the pockets most days. I always kept the money and never returned it to the customer. One time I even found a signed and dated check for $1,000. All I had to do was write my name in the receiving section. My first boss at that job killed himself. His daughter, who was 2 years old at the time. I've never checked in on the family. I think most homosexual men are fucking idiots. When people ask me to use my social media reach to promote their fundraiser, I usually decline. I made a mix for Silk House Radio and used an XXXTentacion song even though I know he was an abuser. The song is too good, I don't care. I like Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, and 6ix9ine's music. There have been countless times I told people I liked their set when I didn't even hear a second of it. I usually stand outside because most performances annoy me. I did too much cocaine the last time I was in Mexico and spent 30 minutes bleeding all over my friend's bathroom sink. No matter how many times my partner would ask me to wash the to-go tumblers by hand, I always stuck them in the dishwasher. I forgot to donate my Bandcamp money a few years ago on Transgender Day of Remembrance. I probably bought a pizza or something with it instead. When people share the amount of money they donate on their social media, I unfollow them. I pretend to come sometimes during sex so that the other person doesn't feel bad about not being able to get a trans person off. A teenager I worked with died and I didn't go to the funeral. I didn't like working with him. I listened to Red Scare. My childhood best friend is estranged to me now, but my parents still keep in touch with him. I was in a band with someone abusive and it took me years to realize it because I liked being in a popular local band. I had sex with my teenage best friend's sister cause she wanted to. I never told him. There are nights during the week I play dance music way too loud even though my downstairs neighbor has a small child. The second time I ever smoked weed, I got way too high with my girlfriend at the time and drove us from the park to a McDonald's. I ran in, screaming I can't breathe, and dunked my head under the soda fountain and pulled a number of the drink levers. I spilled a glass of wine in bed and didn't wash the sheets for another 2 days. Sometimes when my mom calls me, I lie and say that I have a new job and I am at work. I think Avril Lavigne's album Let Go is better than Coltrane's Giant Steps.
Okay, zoomy zoom. Here we go.
Crum, crum, crum.
Claire, Claire, Claire. Can you hear and see us? Oh, wait.
We need to unmute her.
Unmute.
Oh yeah, we have to unmute her too.
She should be unmuted. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. We just listened to I'm Not a Bad Person, but
Oh yeah. that one's funny.
I love how you sneak in. I listen to Red Scare. That makes me laugh.
Am I too loud or is my gain up too high?
You sound perfect to me. Sounds good.
Beautiful.
Yeah. How are we sounding?
Amazing.
Do you have a puppy in the background?
Yeah, her name's Banana. She's waiting by the sliding glass door so she can go out, but she's not going to right now.
So what's life like under quarantine right now for you?
I mean, I'm sure it's hot for you guys too, but it's like really fucking hot here.
How hot is it there?
Like 105 Fahrenheit.
I don't think it's that hot here.
It's not the
Should we
worst.
talk
Yeah.
about the weather? Have you heard that REM song?
No, Kevin and I were having an argument about REM.
Wasn't really an argument, was it?
No, not really.
Well, I remembered REM being better than they are or were.
Yeah.
What are your feelings about REM, Claire?
Anytime I've listened to REM on like a burned CD or a mixtape situation, I've been like, fuck yeah. And then I listen to something that's like an official, copy, like somebody paid for it. And I'm like, I don't, whatever that situation is, somebody who paid for REM, like I already feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I can confirm that it's the same feeling like if you listen on Spotify or something. But yeah, it's not like it's not even objectively bad. It's just I'm wondering like how it happened.
I think
How
sometimes
did
things
REM
like
happen?
they make sense at a time,
Yeah.
and then they just don't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that.
But I wonder if there'll be people who like get super into REM in like 20 years, and it comes back and it makes sense again.
Yeah.
I think
probably.
REM's gonna come back because it's
Yeah.
like grunge came back, like really came back, and now REM I think is next.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say because REM is like
Everyone's gonna shave their heads bald.
Ooh, like skinhead territory.
What is the REM aesthetic even? Like I guess that's what makes it hard to access.
yeah. It has
In
like a
some
very
ways.
2000s energy, 90s 2000 energy. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of like Radioheady, maybe.
I feel like a lot of people I
yeah.
know that listen to REM like also own like a Bush CD.
Uh,
I like Bush.
I like Bush too, but I'm just saying.
I feel like you only like Bush because you liked Gwen Stefani so much.
Well, no, I like Bush in spite of the fact that I used to like Gwen Stefani so much because Gavin Rossdale famously broke her heart.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So in spite of how badly he treated your best friend, you still like his music.
I don't love Gwen anymore.
Oh, because she married that Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who's she married to?
Blake Shelton.
Oh, fuck. Right. Yeah.
I actually don't know if he's officially a Trump supporter.
I think he is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a fucking
Probably.
asshole.
I feel like he's one of those guys that was like, I don't know, like my demographic seems to be like really into hugging flags. And Trump
Yeah.
hugs a lot of flags. So like,
He's like a flag selectual, not
Yeah.
so much like a Trump supporter.
yeah, totally.
So, Claire, I saw that you've been doing like all of these live stream performances.
Yeah.
How is that feeling for you? Like, for me, it feels so weird, but I actually like it. And it seems like a lot of people hate doing it.
Yeah. It's like self-flagellating, but also like kind of masturbatory in the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, masturbatory, like without any kind of lubrication. It's weird. It's not the same experience for sure. Like doing it in my house is weird. Like it feels like the people that you play for like at a basement show.
Yeah.
I don't want those people in my room. And like it feels like those people are in my room sometimes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Do they like
But-
leave weird comments?
Oh yeah, I have a whole story. I played like this. I'm part of this co-op called Catalytic Sound in Chicago.
Okay,
It's run
cool.
by Ken Vandermark, who's a fantastic musician. But
Cool.
yeah, basically he threw a festival and it was all digital, and I played. And during the set, somebody was just like really not into it, like
Oh, no.
super not into it. But you have to like
What?
you have to like pay and like access this and stuff. So it's like they like paid to get in, watched like the first 3 sets of like all people that I know, and then was like, yeah, you know, like calling people out and like, oh yeah, she sucks. Like it sucked when Yoko Ono did this, but it's even worse because she's like
What the
white.
fuck?
I was like, that's an interesting take.
You don't
Yeah,
sound anything like Yoko Ono ever.
I would think so. But yeah.
Did they like kick this asshole out?
Oh yeah, he said way worse things too. Like
Jesus.
some bad stuff that I can't say.
Yeah, we
I
don't
might.
have to go into the worst things unless you
Yeah.
want to.
I mean, you just played that piece, but this happened like just after I made that, so I might put that in later.
Really? Okay.
If it's not text to voice reading it, I feel like I shouldn't say it, you know?
I was thinking about that. Like, the fact that it's text to voice makes it possible for you to say these things that do sound objectively bad, but also like totally forgivable because you're coming from this like objective like mirror of yourself.
It's weird.
It's
like-
really cool.
Yeah, honestly, the most like terrifying part of that was having to pay for a text to voice program that would like do that much audio.
Oh, really? Is that
Yeah, 'cause you-
expensive?
I mean, it was like $40 to get like a good one where you can like pick the voice and stuff.
Wow, I thought that was just like part of. Didn't like Max used to just come with those?
Yeah, but I don't really like that one.
You
I
know, like the
guess.
shaky voice one that's like,
No, that's why I listen to Red Scare.
that fills the.
Yeah, it fills
Right.
the kind of that void.
It's funny how like embarrassing it feels to listen to Red Scare.
It's terrifying. Yeah, there was like a really good period of my life where I was giving them $5 a month, and I was like, what do I do?
I really enjoy reading like what they write more than I enjoy listening to the podcast, to TBH.
Yeah, I think because they only express themselves, at least mostly within like social media that has like limited character. I think that's like, yeah, I think those are the limitations they work best under, which is like
Yeah.
a character limit.
Yeah.
I've never
But-
actually listened to the podcast. Is it inflammatory?
Some say so.
Sometimes. Yeah, it seems pretty tame to me.
That's what, like, I remember when I first listened to it, I was like, this is what people are upset about. Like, this is so boring.
I know. I was like, I listen to these episodes and I like skip around.
Yeah. You can't really listen to a whole one all the way through.
Yeah, I know. And then at the fucking beginning and the end, it's just like way higher than the audio of the podcast. It's just like that tattoo song. And
I do love that song.
I love that song so much. And it'll play like 45 seconds of it, and then I'll have to like listen to the rest of it. Like
That's good.
Didn't they have Steve Bannon on there?
yeah.
Yeah. Did you listen to
And-
that episode?
That's the one I really wanted to listen to. Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, I think AOC is great. I think AOC is really smart. She's doing a great thing. I'm like,
Really?
yeah, because he's like worse than evil because he's only motivated by money. You know,
Uh-huh.
like
Interesting.
Yeah. Confusing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
definitely.
wondering. I thought that would be like a pretty intense power move if Trump would try to just like for the last 2 months become like mega progressive and just like blow everyone's brains out. Like, what is
Yeah, you
happening
think-
right now?
That would probably achieve what he wants, right?
Yeah, totally. Just become like the most, because I've seen like he wants to be loved, and right now it's like he
I
only
don't
has
know.
like the weirdest misfit people that love him, and like everybody else hates him.
I know his son, who's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah. Just keeps growing.
I love the meme where he just keeps getting stabbed. I also love that like completely real photograph of him in a shirt that says like "Ask me, I'm an expert."
Oh my god.
Baron.
I know.
Little Lord Baron, take off your sweet shirt.
Do you think you're gonna do more text to speech stuff? Because I think that you are a fantastic poet.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's fun. I've done it like a couple times for live shows.
Do you do it like live, like typing it in?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'll usually
That's
pull
awesome.
up like a Cosmopolitan article and like start copying and pasting shit like
That's awesome.
in real time, which is pretty fun.
I love that.
Yeah. You guys had Mari last week, and when Mari and I play together, if she samples something and I know what it is, then I'll start pulling text from that whatever she sampled.
Oh, cool.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
that's what you guys are doing together.
Yeah,
Okay,
somewhat.
cool.
We're also just like writing pop songs together, but
That's awesome. I can't
Yeah.
wait to hear that.
it's fun. Yeah. It's really great.
Is that that's pretty new for you, right? Like you said you didn't used to do so
Yeah.
much pop songy stuff.
I like pop music more than anything, like more than any kind of experimental music. But I guess I've been writing songs since I was like 12 or 13, but I
Oh,
haven't
wow.
like I haven't like put anything out.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
So you've been doing it. It's just that it hasn't been part of your like performance life.
Yeah, I mean, ghostwriting's not the right word because it's for like fucked up indie bands that like nobody knows, you know. But
Do you feel
I've
like
been
Oh, go ahead.
no, I've just been in bands that do songs.
Okay, yeah. But do you feel like it's kind of hard to I feel like there are these factions of, musical fans where it's like we can only really be into very experimental music or we can only be into like very melodic pop music or something.
Yeah.
Like, do you find that hard to switch between and like keep your audience in a way? Whatever that means.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because anytime I'll tweet about something, like my whole life is on Twitter essentially. So if I tweet about something that's, like I'm wearing a fucking Switchfoot hoodie. So I'm like, fuck yeah, why not, right? I grew up Christian and I really loved Switchfoot from like the time I was like 8 to 10 years old or something like that.
Wow.
But like I'll post a picture of me wearing that and people will be like, unfollow, unfollow, unfollow. I hate this, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll like
Really?
post something. Yeah.
I feel like
It's
there's so
weird.
much gatekeeping and like so much just like toxic bullshit.
Well, what's the deal with Switchfoot? Are they horrible people or something?
No, they're fucking great. They love God. They love love and peace. They wanted to end racism, and I think they have completed that task.
Fuck yeah.
That's
I wonder
so
where it
nice of
went.
them.
Yeah, they decided it, and it happened.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit, and I've totally contributed to it too. Like shit that I don't think is good, and then
Mhm.
like maybe not publicly shitting on it, but like privately, kind of just like not being that nice about certain things, just because of like stylistic differences or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's no accounting for taste, as they say. But
Yeah,
yeah.
but
to like bully people on the internet
isn't totally insane.
during
Yeah.
their live performance.
Yeah. Yeah. I love pop music though. And it's hard because I know a lot of people that listen to music that I make that sounds like I'm washing dishes, essentially. Are going to be like, yeah, this is not for me. There's a lot of auto tune.
But I wonder if it can help. Like, I feel like those worlds are coming a little bit closer to each other, and like they're.
Yeah.
And I feel like you and Mari, like for me, have like really made it seem okay for those. Because, I kind of grew up as a musician in Western Massachusetts, like surrounded by people who were doing, very ambient noise music stuff. And like that really inspired me. I played shows with those people, but it always felt like, is it okay for us to play shows together? Will the audience hate me?
Western Mass is dope though, because you have people like Wendy Eisenberg who are doing like they do like the noisy improv shit, and then we'll play like super harmonically like complex pop stuff, and that's super sick.
Yeah, I love their new single that just came out. So good.
Yeah.
So
Kevin, what do you think?
Oh, well, I always think it's funny, like what is considered like experimental and what's considered non-experimental, because like everything obviously is experimental. It's like when you're making a song, you don't know exactly what's going to happen, even if it has like a basic chord structure that is kind of common or whatever. You still don't know what's going to happen. You're still experimenting. And so it seems like when people say experimental music, they mean like non-melodic or non-catchy or whatever, like something that involves sound, like found sounds or unconventional structures. And I feel like, like the Beatles were very experimental, but they're also very poppy. And Os Mutantes was experimental, but also very poppy. And there's like a lot of examples of bands that were definitely more on the pop side, but also had a lot of elements of experimentation in what they did. And so I definitely connect with those people. But yeah, for myself, like if I'm making, like I'm working on a new record now, and I'm making a lot of different kinds of music, a lot of different kinds of songs, and wondering like, is this the kind of song that should be on a record with songs that are more, poppy or more like on brand or whatever?
Yeah.
But I think that I was thinking about like Revolution Number 9 yesterday, the Beatles song, and how cool it is, like that a composition like that would end up on a Beatles record. And apparently that was the first song that they did for the White Album, and which is so crazy because they had written all those songs when they went to India and they were on that retreat or whatever, and then they come back with like 30 songs, and the first thing they do is Revolution Number 9 instead of Rocky Raccoon. But like,
it's so funny that Rocky Raccoon and Revolution Number 9
it's so great though. I think it's so great. Like I think that people will like either skip it or not skip it, and you don't, like, I realize that it's like, yeah, I can put these things on my record that aren't for everybody.
Yeah.
And like, whoever, like Pitchfork will probably be like, can we talk about the fucking elephant in the room? There's like the worst song in the world on this record, or whatever.
Oh, like yeah.
But and they're like, oh yeah, that's why the record sucks, because it has this like interesting song or this like unconventional song on it. Like this whole idea of like trying to make things that are like concise and like, fully like conceived masterpieces or whatever. It's like, I like it when things are awkward. I like it when people like take chances and do things that are unpredictable and not for everybody, like not totally accessible. So I think it's cool that the two worlds are combined, and I think it's dumb to like think of them as like two separate worlds that shouldn't blend, because I think it's natural for them to blend, and it's like so healthy as a composer to be able to use pop and experimental shit,
Yeah, totally. And also like I just feel so inspired by like awesome, what I would call noise musicians, like that dude IDM Theftable when I was like I loved those shows. It's not like at all the kind of music I make, but when you see somebody just like ripping apart whatever the idea of music is that you have in your head, like that is so inspiring to even just sit down and like write a song after that. Like, oh, there are no rules.
Yeah, and if like you like ABBA a lot and you like that stuff, then it's like such a perfect combination, because that's the only thing about like some experimental stuff that is like, if it's only that, then it doesn't make my brain jump as much. It's kind of like cool, it's cool that it's kind of like, oh yeah, conceptual stuff. Like I can appreciate things on like a conceptual level, but it's not something that I would want to necessarily listen to all the time. So it's cool. I like pop music too. So like I love pop music. So pop is like what I am definitely like more into, but I also like you said, like noisy stuff, and it's like 100 gecs and just like that, I think that stuff's like really cool. It's like really noisy and like it's hard to hear what they're saying. And I kind of realized like that's like a big part of kind of like a more modern aesthetic is like, it doesn't matter what I'm saying. Doesn't matter. Like I don't need to be understood lyrically, sonically. I don't need to be understood, or I don't need to present it in a way that makes perfect sense. Like you'll get something out of it inevitably. Like you'll have to get something out of it because that's the way the brain works. The brain tries to figure out like what is being presented to it. And so the brain will be like, okay, I can kind of like piece these things together. Kind of like how your eyes work, you're like seeing all these different things and it's like making a solid image, but it's not actually what it really is. It's not what I'm really looking at. Like you're not really what I'm looking at, but I'm putting you together in a way that my brain can live with.
Yeah.
Burn.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. And also thinking about something and putting maybe like melodic content over lyrical content seems strange. But if it's pop music, isn't that built into what pop music is? Like melodic content is like super important. And especially like if you wanted to use like 100 gecs or any like PC music or whatever as an example, it's like kind of actually the perfect pop, because you hear pop on the radio and then you hear like pop that's more, I don't want to say like put together with more thought, but like different lyrical content than what's on the radio.
Totally.
Yeah. And you're like listening to something where you can't understand the lyrics, but the melody is so just like addictive that you already know what it like is as it's coming. Like it's so just like basic, like catchy, whatever. And you're like, oh, well, maybe this experimental music is actually like really pop.
Yeah, I feel like the PC music stuff especially is like that, where it's like taking something pretty normal, but doing it, rearranging it and making it more interesting. But it's not, like, what's that song? Like, this cowgirl is getting drunk tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff is like, it could be just like a song on $1 Million Listing or whatever. Is that what that show's called?
Oh, Selling Sunset.
Why do I always call it $1 Million Listing?
Have you watched Selling Sunset? It's my favorite show.
All the music is like, I got a new bag. I got my head up.
I am a woman and I'm a boss now. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so funny because like those songs, it's like it doesn't matter who is singing them. No one's ever going to like go buy that album.
But then you never know, because that's the stuff that will have like 10 million
listens
plays or
on
whatever.
Spotify. But even that, it's like, what does that even mean anymore?
There's so many videos on YouTube, like suggested, like if you just do like whatever, like Doja Cat or something, and then there'll be like, how about this one that you've never seen, never heard of, and it has like 600 million views. You know what I mean? Like, it's like every single one of those, like kind of like sexy girls, Coachella vibes, like singing some song about how they're strong and powerful and whatever, and they got a new bag. And it's like,
I got a new bag. I got some shoes on.
And they are name brand. But I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like, there was something that, oh yeah, when we were talking about Poppy, Poppy, the girl. Poppy the girl. Do you know Poppy the girl?
Poppy the girl? No. Who? I know Poppy the possum on Instagram.
Is she a possum? She's not a possum.
I don't think she's a possum.
No.
This must be a different Poppy.
No, Poppy is somebody. It's like a performance artist, musician, person. And we saw. Oh yeah, because there was like this whole thing with her ex-boyfriend, Titanic Sinclair, who. Do you know anything about this story?
I'm putting it all together now.
Yeah. So like this guy Titanic Sinclair, this is like second girl that has said he was like abusive and insane.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, like we hung out with him and he was really nice.
I didn't.
Oh yeah. Well, my daughter, I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she was super into Poppy, and she was like really like when we went out to LA together on like a family vacation, she really wanted to meet Poppy, and so somehow through a friend we became friends with Titanic Sinclair and Poppy, and we were hanging out with them and stuff. And Titanic, they were both like really nice and sweet, and it was nice hanging out with them. It was like cool, you know. They're like a lot younger than me, and just like a part of like the new scene of whatever is happening with human beings, you know, like YouTube, like becoming like YouTube stars and like
He always
monetize-
has really nice jeans.
yeah. But yeah, so
I
then
got some new jeans.
I got some new jeans. Don't touch mama's denim.
You do not interrupt me when I'm looking for my denim.
Do you know John Early? Yeah, we love John
Yeah.
Early. But anyway, so back to this Titanic Sinclair stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious where you're going with this.
Well, it's just interesting because like I have a Discord chat with of Montreal, my of Montreal Patreon family, and I saw one person saying that they were friends with Titanic Sinclair, and that he said that of Montreal only had one good record, and it was Overplayed. And that hurt my feelings because I thought
but
that
he was like begging you to write some songs.
yeah,
for
like they
him.
were not begging, but they wanted me.
He was down on his.
On hands and knees
But
in
amazing.
LA.
Please, Kevin, I don't know how to write a song.
I don't know how to
Oh
do
my
it.
god. Just burning on the LA pavement. Just
Yeah.
like hands down.
Does it go major, minor, or minor, major?
Minor-
Help me.
How do you do it without abusing a woman?
Can you play that drums for me? Because I only hit girls.
Ah.
That's some Red Scare content right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to put me back on that podcast? Or-
So is she is the Red Scare person? First of all, are they a she? Are they non-binary? What's the proper
It's
pronoun?
two people, and I think
Yeah.
they don't like non-binary people, which is not good.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Wait, they don't like non-binary people?
I think they just like are like it's fake,
Oh. That's stupid.
which is not good.
That's like, do you really think that? Like, how could you possibly think that?
Somebody's like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
non-binary. They're like, where are you?
I can't see you.
I don't see you.
Either non-binary people aren't real, or they're all dressed in camouflage.
Yeah.
The thing is, okay, here's
Are they flat earthers
maybe
too?
I'm wrong about this, but my assumption about them is that they say stupid shit like that, but they would treat any person with respect, and they don't actually have problems with individual people.
No, they're great people.
Yeah, that's
Like, they seem like great individuals.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, and like, I have friends who say stupid shit all the fucking time, and they don't do it on a podcast, and they don't tweet it, but you know, like
Who?
Yeah.
you and
Me? Is it me? I do say stupid shit all the time.
But I mean, part of like having a conversation is like you say something you thought about, but you actually don't really know about it, and it's okay to be wrong. And yeah,
Yeah, you're learning, but you're not learning in front of 40,000 people.
exactly.
Totally.
It's like, yeah, like you're playing a festival gig, and it's like you aren't like what the conversation you're having while you're like blackout drunk, like, you know, the night before that gig is not happening at the gig, you know?
By the way, I don't believe in non-binary people. Enjoy the set.
I mean, it's so funny. I mean, obviously, I feel like there's a lot of things that are opinions or view, like if it's like your view on something, but it's like fucking cares? Like, why even say it out loud if it's not going to add anything to the conversation, or it's not going to further any concept? Just to be like, so like negative, you know, to be like, oh yeah, I know we're moving in this one direction, but I'm going to say that it's not real.
Yeah.
It's like, why'd you even open your fucking mouth?
Well,
because like no
entertainment.
I guess.
I mean, it's like it's the same as like reality TV, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just entertainment.
I guess in some ways, like it could further the conversation to say something really negative like that, you know, because it's like people are going to react.
Yeah.
And it sort of like gets the brain going. So maybe that's their function, is just to like make the machine move.
It is super obnoxious to just like refuse to have your mind changed about a super like shitty opinion that you have.
Totally.
But
Christina had a therapist who told her that bisexuality wasn't real.
oh yeah, it was so funny.
Oh, that's fun.
It was so funny. It was like our first meeting, and I was like, as an aside, I'm bisexual, and he was like, oh, I mean, I get homosexuality, but bisexuality doesn't make any sense. I don't think that's a real thing.
It's like, you're not bisexual, you're just a sex addict. You can't stop.
I was like, if you understand homosexuality and you understand heterosexuality, how are you not able to make this tiny leap?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And also, like, how do you assume that you just have everything figured out? You know, like, no, I thought
also,
about
you're
it.
a fucking therapist.
Yeah, totally. You should have a curious mind and be like, yeah, tell me anything. I mean, like, I feel like that way now, you know, like if you read an article that's like, oh yeah, the military found aliens, they found UFOs, and you're like, okay, I believe it because whatever. And even like the whole flat earth thing, like, I believe that the earth is flat, and I also believe that it's round, because it's like, I believe there's an ice wall. I believe there's not an ice wall. Like
a nice wall.
A nice wall.
A nice wall.
I believe in a nice wall.
No, you know what I mean? Like, I believe in everything. I believe that it's all fake. I believe that it's all real. It's I don't think that you can. I don't think it's like wrong to say that either, or say that, or that's impossible. Like, I think that's 100% possible, that like everything is real, everything is true, and everything's fake.
Well, I mean, especially as a therapist, like, your job is to just like listen to what is happening to a person, not tell them that it's not happening.
You just go into the situation, and he's like, well, I'm your like therapist, it's really good to meet you. And he's like, oh fuck, I can't fix you, you're so broken.
I can already tell. I can already tell. He's like, whoever has to deal with you on a regular basis. Yeah. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, I think you should keep coming though, and I can keep telling you things that are wrong with you.
I've never had that kind of relationship with a therapist, because like our current Christine and I have the same therapist, which is probably a little bit unhealthy.
Conflict of interest, right?
Well, we pretty much only see her together.
Yeah, it's true.
Just like a couple's.
But we used to see her individually. But now, yeah, just thinking like, oh, my therapist told me I should do something controversial. You know, like I've never had a therapist that would like tell me to do something controversial.
This is
no
like
way.
Totally,
do something controversial?
I had in college a therapist who was like, I could see that you're really upset about like the childhood abuse that you sustain and like deal with. And I think over Thanksgiving break, you should confront everyone in your family and like yell at them.
And yell at them.
Which I later learned was not what a therapist should tell you to do. It turned out really badly.
Yeah, you should definitely internalize all these things that you've been through that are really hard and difficult.
Yeah.
And then do that to someone else.
Just like go Super Saiyan and like Kamehameha them with all of your pain.
I mean, I don't think Thanksgiving's the time to do it, but I do think it's good. I feel like we do bury like way too much. I mean, I know you'll say like, "Ha, Kevin," because like I bury everything, but like, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, you know. Like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't really necessarily go to my mom and be like, "Hey, I'm still like fucked up because of the way you treated me when I was a teenager," because it's like, you know, she doesn't need to hear it or whatever, and it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So I guess there's certain things, yeah, I don't know, like maybe it's just a period of time where it would have made sense, and it's not going to make sense anymore. Like you can't fix it anymore.
Yeah, well, also like a big part of therapy is just learning like I'm not really sick, but like the world is sick,
Yeah.
and like you just have to kind of learn how to navigate it. You know, not like you need to learn how to have a fight with everyone.
Yeah, you need to drag other people down with you. You're sinking, and you better not do it alone.
Totally.
Fuck. Yeah, no. It's a good choice to maybe not kill everybody with you.
Do you have do you see someone? Do you see a therapist?
I saw the same guy. His name is Jason. I saw him for like 4 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
long
saw him through
time.
like a lot of shit. And then my insurance like slightly changed, like same provider. And he was like, oh, god damn, like I'm so sorry. Like we don't actually accept that insurance. So
Fuck.
your 45-minute session is actually gonna be like $400.
What?
And I was like, okay, here's $400. I'm never coming back.
That's insane.
But he was really good. He was just like, yeah, my hands are tied because I'm like stuck in this stupid contract thing. But
That
maybe he's a
sucks
bad
so
guy.
much.
I don't know. But yeah,
$400 is so insane,
For one session?
right?
for one, yeah. And that was the one session where I was like, yeah, everything's going great.
Oh no.
And
Yeah,
he's like, well, looks like you don't even need your whole time today. Let's just get out of here.
Oh my god.
By the way, that was $400.
Is it normally that expensive? I've only seen like the
No.
free
think, well,
this public defendant.
Well, yeah, our therapist like works at a place that's for people who don't necessarily have good insurance or have a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I've been to like, you know, like hardcore like CBT therapy, and that gets really expensive.
Hmm. They just shout at you the whole time.
Yeah. Stop hurting.
Yeah, I've been to hardcore BDSM therapy. Very
Hardcore CBT cock and ball torture therapy.
Yeah, I never went back because the one session fixed me.
I never went back because I felt ripped off. They didn't do any cock and ball torture.
This is bullshit.
I went back because it like literally ripped off.
That's why I don't have any balls.
You have a lot of balls. You're like a very baller
Yeah, you
person.
do.
Ah, thank you. Wow.
I've seen on Twitter. I've seen your balls on Twitter. Within the character limit, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to post my balls on Twitter. Some people don't like it, but
What do you guys think about people who like do an Instagram video of themselves like cutting themselves or something like that?
Holy fuck, Kevin! What are you? What?
you think?
You know what I mean? Like,
You're in some deep shit.
I actually 100% don't know what you mean.
well,
Who
I feel
does
like it's probably mostly like a teenager thing, you know, because like
Oh yeah, this is like what
Alabia will
some of
talk about
her
that.
friends
Yeah.
or like acquaintances. Well, teenagers do this.
Yeah. But for some reason I want to do that.
Why?
I don't know why.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
I think maybe you're feeling depressed right now.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking about it for a while.
Really?
The
Yeah.
pool is too big. Your
Yeah.
pool is getting too big.
Yeah.
You want to narrow it down a little bit?
What do you mean?
Your pool?
What does that mean?
You want to scare some people away?
Oh, no. I think that maybe it's like, I think it's like a reaction to, like cancel culture and like super, like policing.
You
like,
mean like the bad kind of cancel
yeah,
culture?
yeah, the bad kind where it's like people are like trying to like dig through someone's past to like see if there's like anything reprehensible that can be like used against them.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of like like a monk setting themselves on fire or something. Like, can we like refocus, you know? And
That you just want to like self-immolate so that you can't be attacked, or
maybe on some level of that, like, to remember that you're a human being and that we're all human beings, and that, like, you know, like, sometimes you need to, like, show people, because I feel like a lot of times we forget, you know. I mean, some people are fucking monsters and they obviously need to be called out, but that whole, like, you know, this, that sort of punishment side of things, like the punitive side of social policing, is, like, I feel not very healthy.
But
Very
I feel
toxic.
like that is what those people want. Like, they have this insatiable need to tear people down, and nothing will satisfy it. You know, like,
Well, you're saying, like, the Pitchfork editor is, like,
Well,
paying
hey.
people.
it's private.
Kevin, you fucked up.
Why can't we talk about it? It's fucking
private.
insane.
It's private.
Okay.
No, wait, Christina, do you mean like people like the people that have this insatiable need? Are they the people that are canceling people, or the people that are getting canceled?
Oh, the people. Well, they're totally, like, legitimate reasons to call people out, and like that.
No, but I'm just
Yeah,
wondering. I
but-
couldn't remember.
Yeah,
what we were talking about.
people who want to cancel people are often very disingenuous. They're often not the people who are the target of the thing that they're upset about.
Oh,
you know,
100%.
Yeah, and like, no matter, like, it's so funny to read, like, okay, now I'm going to apologize for this thing that people are canceling me about, and then the people who were not the target are like, not good enough.
Yeah, it's like some, like, white girl in the suburbs, like, wanting to cancel someone for wearing a sombrero.
Wait, is that a real thing?
No, but I feel like that's
Oh.
the kind of shit, you know. It's
Oh.
like, it's always, like, it's almost always, or it's often
Yeah.
a bunch of, like, privileged white people who are
Mhm.
like, oh, you wore a kimono, you fucking racist piece of shit. It's like, okay, I wore a kimono. It's like, who fucking cares? Like,
Let's not forget that every pop star and celebrity that's white between like 2001 and 2008 had like chopsticks in their hair.
yeah.
Totally.
I mean, I feel like the whole
Going back to
appropriation
Gwen
thing.
Stefani.
Gwen Stefani.
Yeah. I think it's like the social appropriation or whatever. It's like, it's kind of like, I just don't think, I mean, I understand, like, on some level, I understand, like, some aspects of it. You know, like, if you're going to, if it seems like a mockery of somebody else, or it's like, oh, this is like a sacred thing, you know, like if you're wearing like the Native American headpiece or something, and that's like, it's not shouldn't be like this like Coachella fashion statement, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like wearing a kimono or like, you know.
But yeah, I also think like people are ignorant and like they don't think about that stuff a lot, especially like teenage girls. They don't think about that stuff a lot before they do it. And like it would be so simple to just be like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. That's sacred to people.
But also,
And it's so shitty though, because people who are like 14, 15, 16 have the opportunity, especially if they're like from money and white, like these like 15-year-old white girls have the opportunity to have like, you know, thousands of people following them on social media, but they're still like a teenager.
Yeah,
And like they
totally.
still fuck up like a 14-year-old would fuck up.
Yeah,
Like they shouldn't be
totally.
held to the same standard as like a 30-year-old like adult.
Yeah, totally. But I also think like you're not ever gonna change someone's mind by like threatening to kill them in their DMs. You know, like that's
Yeah.
not how you solve conflicts.
I'm
in
stop doing that. I just stop there.
I don't. People get that, you know. Like
yeah, death
suddenly they're getting
threats and
death
shit.
threats.
Yeah,
and,
like Mariah in Athens.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
it's like so, but those people might actually kill you.
Yeah, those are racist people.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess there's different levels, and as like a white non-binary person, I'm obviously coming at it from a place of privilege or whatever, you know, just to be like, oh, just wear a kimono, who gives a shit, you know. But if Japanese Americans in general hated it and were like totally up in arms about it, then I would totally support it.
Well, people aren't like races aren't these like monolithic
Yeah, totally.
voices of, yeah. I mean, there'll always be going to be people who are offended and people who aren't, and
Yeah, and it's kind of like goes back
Just-
to the thing. It was like, just because I don't understand it doesn't mean it's not real
Yeah.
or legitimate.
totally.
But at the same time, like some things,
Yeah.
like you do need to kind of say like, hey, let's temper this a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
let's not lose sight of like what's truly important.
I think everybody on every side can go ahead and chill the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's focus on what's really important. The new
Yeah.
Kevin, Christina, Claire records. That are coming
Yeah, exactly.
Please. Yes.
Christina
please.
just made a really great song yesterday.
Ah, thank you.
I'm excited.
Thank you. I'm excited to share it with the world, but it needs some more work.
What's it called?
Have you got it yet? I
Holy
stole it from
shit.
Sid Barrett.
Which is a reference, yeah, to the last song that Sid Barrett wrote for Pink Floyd.
Yeah, he brought it into their final rehearsal. This is actually what got him kicked out of Pink Floyd. He wrote this song called Have You Got It Yet? And it was kind of just like a regular 12-bar blues thing, but every single time they played it, he would change the chords. And they'd be like, have you got it yet? And eventually, after like 3 hours of this, they were like, fuck you, get the fuck out of our studio.
That just goes to show like what assholes they were.
Totally.
Like, that's when I would have been like, okay, I love you, Sid, and I want to be in your band forever.
Yeah.
Totally.
That doesn't make sense. How are we going to sell that? How are we going to play that night after
best.
night?
The best burn in rock history is Sid Barrett calling everybody else in Pink Floyd a bunch of architects.
Mark.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
what's his face was cool. The guy who replaced him,
Who replaced him?
David Gilmour.
I thought he was already in
Yeah.
the band.
No, he replaced him live because Sid was like pouring battery acid over his head or something.
I could have sworn he was already in the band.
No, the first band, like the initial band, he wasn't.
David Gilmour. Yeah, he joined later, but I'm pretty sure he was in the band already when Sid left.
Well, we'll
Should
just
we
have
play?
to.
Should we look it up?
No, that's not. So you think that he joined the band while Sid was still in the band?
Yeah, I think so.
Because they're like,
But I
hey,
could be wrong.
we need another shredder guitar player.
Well, he didn't only just play guitar. He did a lot.
What else did he do?
Well, he's like a producer too.
Did he shake a tambourine?
Let's look it up.
Guitar and percussion.
Yeah. It's funny, like, if you're like doing the credits for your record and you're trying to like figure out whatever, if you had a whole bunch of people playing on it and stuff, try to figure out, oh yeah, did you shake a tambourine on anything?
I was right.
You're right.
I was right. Okay, David Gilmour joined Pink Floyd in 1967, 2 years
shit.
after the band's formation in 1965, and then Sid left in 1968.
Oh, so he was in the band for 1 year with Sid,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they ever were on stage together.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
So they weren't really in the band together.
Well, I was right though.
I mean, he like
he was
joined
in
the band,
before
and Sid hadn't
left.
been fired
The
yet.
important thing is that I was right.
Important thing. That's like saying Mick Taylor was in the band with Brian Jones, but Brian Jones, you know, never played in a band with Mick Taylor.
Well, we didn't define our terms before we.
God damn it, you're right. I love rock and roll lore.
Yeah, me too. I love being right.
Well, you're right, but I don't know if you're right.
Claire, you're gonna be the arbiter of this.
Yeah.
Right. Are you working on new material? Let's go back to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a great thing. I don't have to decide. Yeah. Well, kind of. I don't know. I have a record coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Both because there's two sides to the vinyl record.
Oh. Cool title.
Yeah. One of them's like an installation piece I did for the San Antonio Downtown Library, and then the other side is a sound collage thing I did in Mexico City. But because everybody does like tourist art and like records like the street sounds in Mexico City, I decided to go there and just make a record in the kitchen. So I just record people
Cool.
cooking in the kitchen.
Cool.
That comes out Friday, and then I have like a bunch of other things I'm working on. Mari and I have a pop mixtape that also is going to be good.
Whoa, when's that coming out?
TBD, but we started our own little imprint, so it'll be like a legit mixtape.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
Is all of this going to be available on your Bandcamp?
Yeah, Bandcamp or Spotify or iTunes or whatever.
What is a mixtape?
A mixtape?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's like okay that we're borrowing the term from like hip hop culture, but essentially like a mixtape, like not an official album, but like the length doesn't matter, and a bunch of people are like contributing.
What is I like who I never understood like why is that just basically like having a record that you shelved and then released, like that kind of vibe?
I don't think so.
You know what I mean? Like as far as like an
I think it's
unofficial but like very much crafted, like you worked on it just as much as you would work on a record, but then you just didn't release it on a label.
But maybe the mixtape part is like the joining of like a billion different things. So it's like maybe you made a record, but only 6 of the songs were good, and then you
Okay.
had somebody else write a song, and
Okay.
then somebody else like contributed. I don't know.
I like that
It's-
idea.
No, I love it.
Seems
I'm
like
not
a
like, criticizing it.
like a compilation, but you can claim it under your own name and get all the money from.
So it's kind of like a way to like work less hard on a record, maybe.
Who's that guy who does that? DJ Khaled? Is that his name?
DJ Colbert.
Yeah, he's
I'm
my
a-
favorite artist.
I'm going to be that kind of artist.
Yeah.
Have you seen the meme where it's him? Mari actually sent this to me today, where it's like the fucking shoegaze of Spotify cover, where it's like the best of shoegaze, but it's just like the fucking like shoegaze artwork with like, I don't even know what it would be, like Slow Diver, like My Bloody Valentine or something, and it's just like DJ Khaled's like imprint on it.
Oh my god.
Why? Oh, it's a meme. That's what
No,
you
it's
Not
said.
real. Yeah, it's a meme.
Okay, okay. I mean, I believe it. That's like everything's so weird right now. It's like, yeah, okay.
I could see the Spotify curators being like, I mean, I guess DJ Khaled is shoegaze.
Yeah. Do you ever make? Would you ever, or have you ever made music, just like ambient music that you would like try to like put on Spotify and like music to sleep by or music to study by or shit like that?
Yeah, I've tried to make like music for like certain vibes or projects or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I had like one track on some record a while ago that was just like 2 minutes and 50 seconds or something, but it was like really ambient and like very mild and like probably like the worst statement an artist can make. But it got like probably 40 times more plays than anything I've ever gotten in my whole life, because my
That's
music
so funny.
is like really hard to listen to. And that was just like so easy. It's just like really like pad synths just like guiding you through, and then like some twinkly piano at the end, and it was like, oh yeah, you made like a couple $100 this month from this.
Isn't
And
that
I'm like,
hilarious? Like it's so fucking easy. Like
I
really,
know.
it's just like any software synth, and you just like push one button on your keyboard, and it's like, I'm making ambient music. Yay! And it's like sounds good, and it sounds great, and it's like, this is working for me too, you know, like,
Yeah.
and everyone likes it. But I don't. It's like, how do those things like stand apart from each other, because they're like completely like interchangeable. It's like all the same, just like.
but that's the whole point, because
Spa
you
music.
can chill/study to it.
Yeah, chill steady playlist.
Like it is so bland that you don't even notice it
Yeah.
playing over and over and over and over,
Yeah. But it's
and then you rack up like your 45 cents and you're like, drinks are on me.
It got streamed 1 million times. I get 40 cents. Yay.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool to just record like one piece like that and split it up into short tracks, so you just make even more money from the.
Yeah.
Song.
Oh shit! Have you seen the people that do that though? They got like
They
kicked off
actually-
of Spotify.
Oh yeah.
They made like thousands and thousands of dollars because they made like 2-minute tracks and then just like streamed them like billions of times, and they made so much money.
Now
That's
it's not
awesome.
allowed anymore, is it?
Well, only if you get caught.
Yeah, it's true. It's only not allowed if you get caught. Have you ever seen that rapper Viper?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Viper, I think Viper must have been trying to work out a similar scam, but he actually put like so much time into it because he
That's
has
not
like,
even a scam. That's just like being
just
the
stupid.
only real artist.
I mean, Viper's special though. Like,
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, he's a fucking machine of recording.
is he just take
writing.
Adderall every day and just like? Because
He's
I mean,
amazing.
it's crazy if you look at his Spotify thing. It's like it is actually like 100, but it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
Yeah,
records.
totally.
I think he made like a record a day for a year or something.
Yeah,
insane.
something crazy like that.
But they all have the most
You're not even drunk.
because of
Wow,
you know,
it sounds like you've been listening to my track.
yeah, exactly. Feeling a little bit too comfortable here. No, but like all the covers have like the most absurd, like over the top, just like woman in bikini, like.
Oh
I
my
love
fucking
it.
God, I know. It's Mari and I did this karaoke night, and it was like at home karaoke, but you could like pick these backgrounds, and it was just like beach background. So it's like all these women doing like all these. But like exactly what you're talking about, but it's like for karaoke, so you're singing and you're just like, wow, wow.
That's good.
But I can't
miss
imagine-
karaoke.
Yeah. I can't imagine making a statement like that with an album. Just over and over and over.
Yeah, it's so wild.
But he's an artist. Like the way I just love the titles and like
and the music
writing is-
videos are like VHS, like it's all kind of like
Yeah,
vaporwavy, but you
totally.
can't tell like. Does he get the aesthetic, or is he
Definitely.
on like such a low budget that he sings into his laptop microphone?
He knows what he's doing.
Okay.
He must.
But I read a little bit about him. I don't know if it's real or not, but his Wikipedia page said he went to college. He was like a realtor. Because if you look at his videos, I would just kind of think like, oh, I have no idea like what this.
Well, it just
Person's
seems
about.
like
I'm
he
gonna
would-
I'm gonna be honest. Going to college and being a realtor are not two things that connect.
No, it's true. It's true.
yeah, just look at Selling Sunset.
But I mean, like you know, our friend tried to take the test, the realtor test, whatever it's called, and like failed 2 times.
Who did?
I'm not gonna say his name on the thing, but
Sounds
Social
like a real
security
idiot.
number.
yeah. I don't think it's like super easy, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like you would have to do a 4-year degree to learn how to sell a house
Yeah.
necessarily. But I mean, I always have a bit of respect, you know, even though I didn't go to college myself, for anybody that could actually like make it through 4 years of college and like get their degree and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a little bit more effort than not going to
Yeah.
college,
Yeah.
right? You're
But
a
it-
college graduate.
I am.
Christina, you're the only college graduate on this.
I'm the only college graduate in the world.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's ever
Damn.
gone to college.
That's
why I'm
probably
so
why
smart.
people love you so much on the internet.
Yeah.
College was hard, but I liked it.
They could tell that you're an elitist.
Yeah. I read recently that going to college means that you're an elitist.
It means you have a great refrigerator.
Well, should we play some tunes?
Yeah, let's
and
get back into
Get
playing some
ready
music.
to-
It's great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming and doing this extremely casual talk with us.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And
Cool. Well,
Everyone look out for the record on Friday.
yeah, both on
Both on second-
Bandcamp.
It's on Second Edition's records.
Second Edition's records.
And that title is Both.
That name again is Claire. Oh, wait. Tell me how to pronounce your last name correctly.
Okay,
please.
so it's supposed to be Rousay
Oh.
or Rousay, but my mom says it Rousey, and my dad's like, yeah,
Wow.
that's cool. But I don't know anybody else who's said it that way. And
How
I
do
think
you
my
say it?
Rousay or Rousey, it doesn't matter.
Those are so different, those two options.
Yeah.
Well,
both
like,
very exciting.
I like
it's
that
like
there's no right
Ronda
answer.
Rousey. Yeah, I don't know. It's if you look up the origin of the last name, it's supposed to be said one way, but then like my mom's family is German, so they don't say it that way.
Mm.
They
Alright.
don't do anything right.
It sounds
But
kind
yeah.
of Italian.
Sounds French to me.
Oh, really? It's everything.
It's everything.
It's all Europe.
It's every color of the rainbow.
Every color of the Europe.
All right. Goodbye,
Cool.
Claire.
Goodbye, Claire.
Bye.
Rousay.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Later.
Later.
I'm every woman.
Along the range as become. Boy, coming company, conversation, describe your deep. Dogs down, 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 down. Drums are going, never, never, never. Fine flight, more forgotten, frightened. Road guide. Here's open. Hurry, hurry. Inside, it's Kilimanjaro, no like longing. Man to me, melodies. Moonlit, more, must never, never, never. Night, no vocal embers, only how quiet. Reflect restless bright horizon salvation. I say, serenity. She's solitary. Some stars stop sure. This time, tonight, towards turn 12. Wait, what's whispers, wild wings, words.
And now the Comatines.
Susie wanted Eddie. Eddie wasn't ready. Now she's going steady with a ghost. Susie wanted Eddie. Eddie wasn't ready. Now she's going steady with a ghost.
Hi, my name's Bertrand Bergalat.
Okay. Should we talk to Eric?
Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
Eric?
Eric? Can you hear us?
Oops.
Hello, can you hear me?
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I just, my brother is in an MBA program, and he's selling these dessert cups, and so we shot like a little commercial for his thing, and I just spent the past 2 days. It's all in black and white, except the cups are in color, and so I just spent the past 2 days tracking all the cups so that they can be in color.
Oh,
I just finished that like 45 minutes ago. And just sent it to
Wow.
him.
How long did it take?
The shooting we shot just for like it was like 5 hours of shooting, and then the actual like tracking of the cups took 8 hours or so.
Oh my
9
God.
hours.
Woo!
Yeah, that stuff is so time consuming.
Kevin knows.
Yeah, I know because I track cups daily.
He's got it's kind of his hobby,
Yeah.
tracking cups.
No, but any kind of like video stuff like that, any kind of like deep editing.
Yeah.
What kind of
Yeah.
computer do you have? Do you have like a special, super powerful computer?
It's a Mac Pro, I get, which I guess was at one point like a very powerful computer.
Yeah.
But
How old is it?
now- I got it in 2010. I got it refurbished. Oh, Mira, come say hello to the musician people.
Hi.
Oh, here, Mira. They said hello, but I was just gonna tell them that we've been together for many years, like 7 years, and when we first started dating, we were listening to a lot of Satanic Panic.
Oh, cool.
music.
Aw.
It kind of was a very bonding track to that time, which was fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Bringing people together,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Love.
You see? You
Love.
see what your music does?
But,
7 years. That's really great. Do you love
yeah,
each
it's been
other?
good.
Do you actually love each other? Or do you?
Yeah. They asked, do we love each other? I said yes. That's all.
Cool.
I don't know what else they're saying, but I loved Lysergic Bliss. It was my
Yeah, she.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. You're on the mic. Yeah. I don't have to
I still think about like when we first started dating when I listened to that song.
Aw, cute.
Aw.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah. But so yeah, it's been good. What else is going on currently? It's like the pandemic still, but we're getting very like kind of not rambunctious, but like just wanting to keep things moving. And we're working on that documentary currently, and just trying to figure out like how to keep things moving. So we've been doing a lot of like fundraising or prepping like fundraising information and all that type of materials. And yeah.
Have you watched any movies?
I have not. I have not really been watching like a ton of movies or anything like that, because I've been trying to watch, like, as I mentioned last time, like every Shakespeare play.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
right.
Anytime that I have like a moment to watch something, it's been these recorded plays from the Globe Theater, and I have 6 left out of 37.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you beginning to like understand Shakespearean dialogue fluently?
Well, that's the reason why I want to watch them, is because when you watch it, it's very clear. Like I think when you remove a lot of just having to grapple with the words themselves, it becomes like much more clear, and also like the actors kind of bring a lot of life to it. I also like it. It's nice to watch the plays because, I think in the film world you kind of get wrapped up with a lot of like, it's like film actors in a lot of ways, and it's interesting to see that whole other hemisphere of like stage actors, and then like get to know them and their like personalities, especially if you see them across like multiple plays, kind of just seeing like what they're bringing. And also just doing a play seems to be a lot more of like a marathon of sorts. So it's interesting to observe them, observe actors like building a character over the course of the play and things like that. But yeah, so I highly recommend, if you can watch it, to actually see it like on the stage.
Do you
But,
know if they have how many times they have performed it before the video was shot of it?
I have no. I imagine that they do it like for weeks and weeks, things like that. But I don't know how many times they've actually done it. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because you wonder like when would be like the peak performance for a theater troupe, like, because like it could get boring for them after like 20 performances of the same play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe like the 10th performance will be like the peak.
Yeah.
Because they just have it totally down, automatic, and they're still like excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea how people act. It just seems so hard, especially in a play, like Eric was saying, like the energy that you have to sustain for like hours.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, when you do a show, though, I imagine there's like, you have to obviously remember all the lyrics to your songs. Then you are like building a performance. And also you have to do either the guitar or the piano or something. So there's a lot of just like little mechanical things that your brain has to constantly be aware of. And then I assume that when you're going on tour, you're doing it like, every day for months, more or less.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar. But I know just for myself, I've had many tours where I get really burned out and like towards the end of the tour, just want to stop doing it.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's crazy to me about acting too is like delivering one line the same way, just as powerfully every time.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how to, I'm just not a good actress.
Yeah, there was. I watched one. There was Measure for Measure is about like this like official who's trying to force this woman into sleeping with him so that he'll let her brother go free. And the actress who plays that woman, she's like crying throughout the entirety of the play. Wow. And it really, I can't imagine how she like keeps the tears flowing for like every night for like 2 hours, like every day.
Yeah,
totally.
It really, I mean, it really like highlights how much of a craft acting can be.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's almost like a sport or something. Yeah.
Yeah, how would you just cry every day for 2 hours?
Did you see that video of Anderson Cooper pretending to cry?
No.
Why is he crying?
Well,
the tears aren't coming. Tears aren't coming.
I mean, it could just be that it really doesn't look like he's crying, but like someone calls in with this video message from her like hospital bed and she's dying and she just wanted to like say goodbye to Anderson Cooper.
Why?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
Are they friends, or it's just like he's a celebrity that she knows?
It's just like a random death wish, I guess.
That's so weird.
So he's like takes his glasses off and he's like, oh my god, and like wipes his tears and it's just like totally dry, like
Yeah, Anderson isn't like a super believable person.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of
boy.
news commentator people, they are kind of just like doing a performance, basically.
Yeah, totally.
It seems to me, yeah.
And I feel like it must numb you emotionally completely to just be talking about atrocities every day, all day long,
Yeah, totally.
Like, 10,000 people died today?
Yeah,
okay.
And to still be like the suit man or the pearls lady, like like how could you talk about that stuff and like keep composure
totally
and not just be like, god, I fucking hate everyone, like everyone I work with is to blame.
Yeah, especially since it's like the message is so corporate influenced, it's like okay, what narrative are we trying to push, like especially for like corporate media? It's just like what like aspect of this are we going to try to like massage into being something bigger than it actually is.
And the Fox News people always have to have like a certain like tone of exasperation. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe this is going on.
Yeah, totally.
Do you ever watch, like, in no way do I like this person, but sometimes I'll watch Tucker Carlson. I'll like chop up some of the things that he says, like some of his videos.
I've seen that, yeah.
And so like I actually have to watch it, so many times to like chop it up. So it's so crazy, so cringy, but just like, God, who the fuck would have this brain? And the fact that like anybody would listen to this guy, like willfully listen to them.
Such a like little red dumpling baby, just like such a little infant.
Yeah, and like people think he's somehow cool. Like people, I'm assuming people watch him because they think he's like a real person, a believable real person,
Yeah,
and not an example of what you should never be.
totally.
Like, I like the way his brain works.
My favorite of the evil talking people is Ben Shapiro.
Oh
Just
my
because he's
God.
such like, he just is that little shit that we all like went to high school with.
Well, that's the funny thing. I realized they're such nerds. Like they're
Totally.
all nerds, but like not cool nerds.
Totally.
They're like the fucking worst nerds.
I had this memory the other day of in like 7th grade, there was this kid. He was a ginger, of course. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey.
I'm just kidding. But he like made this pamphlet about how like French, because this was during like the post 9/11 like freak out about like freedom fries and stuff, and he like made this pamphlet that he handed out at school about how the French like hated freedom.
Oh my God.
And then I made like a spoof pamphlet of it, like with just pictures of him with speech bubbles like, I'm an idiot. And I handed them out.
Wow, I didn't
The
hear
next
about. I never
day.
knew the story.
Yeah. Well, so everyone thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
And then
he killed himself.
years later, I was on the train from where I lived into the city, and he was sitting on the train, and he came up to me and he was like, I just wanted to tell you that pamphlet changed my life because I'd never felt like such a loser.
Wow.
And it really made me rethink all the shit my parents were telling me.
Oh my God, that's
But,
amazing.
like the humbling aspect he found important
Yeah.
for his development.
So
That's good.
bullying is good.
Yeah, bullying is very good.
Bullying can be
Always
effective.
works. Bullying. Please teach your children to bully.
Yeah, bullying is bad, but I think you should bully fascists.
Yeah.
I just had two things I wanted to mention. Is you mentioned, Kevin, that you were reading a Hilton Knowles book,
Yeah.
White Girls. I was just going to say that I actually we had to film with him once, so we had to go to the New Yorker office. So we met him, and he was really cool. But then something was like going on in his life, I think, that made him like not really want to participate. This was like a documentary piece about him for some museum in LA, and so we're filming with him. But then he kind of just like disappeared from the filming. So a lot of the filming was us trying to like hunt him down.
Oh my God.
Like we kind of like we knew that he was going to an art gallery that he was supposed to show up. He like arranged with the filmmakers like, oh, we're gonna be here, but then so we'd like hang out in front of this art gallery for like 4 hours and he would just never show up. And then eventually he kind of just like I don't know, I think they made the project, but it was like he was very he's a very interesting, he was very cool, but also kind of like hard to hunt down. So
We're sending
sending
drip in.
drip in. Okay, sorry, that's my
Sending
cat is
drip in?
coming
Oh. Should you drape some plastic over your computer?
yeah, drip's coming in. And then the one other thing I was kind of curious about was how did you end up covering Jimmy?
Oh yeah, I just love that song. I was a huge MIA fan, and
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
yeah, I never played it for you.
No.
Yeah, I love it. I love that song. Felt like so special. I love the record, but that song especially seemed like something, like, I don't know, like unlike the other songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just felt like a really extraordinarily cool song.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But- Yeah, I was kind of curious. Like, I kind of pieced it together from the fact that it was that version, because I was wondering if you were covering the original like Hindi version. But then
yeah,
I realized like, oh, it was a cover of the MIA version.
yeah. Do you
Well,
know? the
Kevin
original?
actually speaks fluent Hindi.
Hindi.
Yeah.
Well, that's I was like, oh well, obviously that would be like, translated.
Yeah.
But it's from the film like a disco dancer.
Oh, okay, so she didn't write it. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's a cover of like a Hindi song called from the movie Disco Dancer.
Okay.
It's like because Mira's parents are Indian, and so they know the movie.
Oh, cool.
So
Oh,
we're
that's
talking about it, and
awesome.
they're because I originally thought it was just like a cover of the movie. And
Yeah.
so I was like, "Whoa, that's really interesting." Or it's like, "Oh, how did he even think to do it?"
The movie's called Disco Dancer?
Yeah, the movie's called Disco Dancer.
Is it a good movie?
I've only seen. I heard the cover and I really liked it. So then I looked up the song and I saw the Hindi song and I thought, oh, so it was covering that. But then I talked to. So then Mira's parents were like, "Oh yeah, I really like that movie." But I haven't seen the movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So is the song, the original song, identical to MIA's version?
No, it's very different. I would say kind of similar, but it's like very disco-y, and the girl is the video. The scene is really funny because it's like a girl. She's trying to like express to Jimmy, who I guess is the main love interest, that she's like really into him. So she's doing like this big dance on the disco dance floor to like get him to fall in love with her.
Yeah.
We have confirmation in the chat that Disco Dancer is an amazing movie.
Cool.
So we should watch it.
Yeah. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched any of those like Bollywood.
Oh my god, I love
classics.
the Bollywood classics.
Yeah, so I haven't seen like a bunch of like specifically like Bollywood. I mean, more of like the Satyajit Ray.
Oh yeah, I've
like,
seen
films.
those. Yeah, those are beautiful.
So obviously those don't really have like the big dance numbers and things like that. But I've seen a few. I actually like that, like for Bollywood films, you know, they're usually like 3 hours long or so, and you kind of are allowed to let the story like breathe and go into various like domains that you definitely would not explore in like a regular like hour-and-a-half movie, 2-hour movie. So I really appreciate that about that industry, is that they allow their films to be like really lengthy and just kind of go all over.
Are people just in general, they just are more patient and are like expecting something like that in India?
I don't know. One second. Yeah. Why would you say that Bollywood films are much longer than Hollywood films? Mira says air conditioning.
It's just a way to get out of the heat.
Yeah, I mean it's true. Like in India, yeah, it's like, and also actually something when I was in India and saw a couple of Bollywood films, they had the music like crazy loud, almost like a rock concert like type. So it was really like a great experience. And also, yeah, it was like, you know, air conditioned and things like that. So it was.
Where in India
like
did you travel to?
So I've been there a few times. And I've kind of gone all over because after college, I flew by myself to Mumbai and then traveled like down and kind of did like a big circle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and did a film there. There's actually kind of, I was glad that you did the landscape, You Were Landscape in My Dream song, because that song kind of inspired like a bit, or I was listening to that song a lot when I was making that movie in India.
Oh, cool.
But we shot that down in a village called Mutom, which is like right at the tip of the bottom of India near Kanyakumari. So that's a lot of southern India. And then, some of Mira's family lives in southern India and Mumbai. But also we spent a bit of time up in like Dharamshala, you know, where the exiled Tibetan government is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
it's so beautiful there.
Oh yeah, have you spent a lot of time there?
Just a little bit. I did it like a semester abroad in India, and 3 of the months were in Bodh Gaya, and 1 of the months was in Dharamsala and at the monastery.
You were in Bodh Gaya?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool. Near with the Bodhi tree and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I was studying Buddhism. I used to be
that makes sense. Yeah.
more of a Buddhist.
Yeah. Bodh Gaya, the town is really intense because, you know, the Bihar, that state is like kind of one of the, my understanding is it's like one of the most impoverished states.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a very, you can definitely see that when you're there.
Yeah, totally. But it's beautiful too.
Yeah.
That's cool. So how did you get into Indian culture and films and stuff like that?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I just knew after college I really like Well, actually, I really liked like Gandhi in general. I was very intrigued by just like learning about, and then in high school. But then after college, I just wanted like a completely different like change of perspective. So then I went to India and just spent a couple months there, just traveling all over, and then just really loved it there and wanted to make a little movie there. So then I went back a year later and did this like short film that actually, unfortunately, kind of like it's very complicated to explain, but certain things just like happened that so fell by the wayside. But now after a lot of like doc experience, because I got more into documentaries, I've gone back during this quarantine time to finish that film. And because the film was kind of like experimental type of narrative, so it like the footage manifests in a way where it was collected in a way where like it's more of like a doc editing style that would be required. So I had to kind of like learn that skill post shooting to get to be able to make it. But
Cool.
yeah, I mean, I love like the mythology and the culture and the food and um, you know this relationship to the universe in like very thoughtful ways that I think kind of are much more true than like a lot of Western ideals, or at least just much more interesting and like thought provoking and things like that. Um, yeah, so it's great.
Have you watched Indian Matchmaker?
No, Mira just started watching Indian Matchmaker, and I want to watch it as well, but I have not watched it yet. Yeah, have you watched it?
We watched probably
We watched a
four,
couple episodes,
four
yeah.
episodes.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
pretty
a-
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting just because just everyone, like the people, these are like American Indians or whatever, like people like mostly, right? There's a couple that live in India, but
Yeah, I think there's one guy who lives in India.
but just the relationship with love and just like the idea of like an arranged marriage.
Yeah, which isn't really, it doesn't seem like the traditional form of arranged marriage like I thought it was. Maybe I always just misunderstood it, but it's like the matchmaker is trying to get people together who like each other. It's not
Yeah,
just
it's not
like you have to
random.
marry this person because they're from a rich family or something.
Yeah, totally. It's like, yeah, they're of course gonna be from a rich family.
Yeah.
But then there'll also be some other components involved.
That's one thing. Yeah, I wonder about it because like they never talk about caste or anything
Yeah.
on the
Like
show.
explicitly?
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it must play such a huge role in choosing partners for people, or are they just all from the same caste?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
Because like the people that they like the Americans that they were talking to and trying to match together,
Mm-hmm.
they all were like deeply educated, like super established financially, and like really ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it wasn't like, oh yeah, I like indie rock. I like to paint. Maybe we'll have something in common. you
Well,
know?
there was that artist, the woman.
Which
she
one was the
trying to like match her up with the chef guy.
I think I blanked on that one.
Yeah. Maybe you weren't there.
Yeah, I think I missed that
Yeah.
one.
Well, the one thing I know about I don't know about, I haven't seen the show, but for Mira's parents, Mira's mother's from Tamil Nadu and the father's from Maharashtra, and when they were getting together, even the fact that they're from those like two different cultures within India was like a bit of a consideration
Well,
as well. Yeah,
Wow. Are both of those places in the south?
Tamil Nadu is in the far south, and then Maharashtra is where Mumbai is, so it's kind of like in the center west area. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I wish I had gotten to go there. Someday we should go there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get sick at all? I've always been kind of like nervous about going to India.
So it's that's one reason why I like to travel. My life is kind of like saving up enough money to then go spend like extended periods of time abroad, and so I like to spend a couple months there because there's like the first 2 weeks where you get like sick and things like that. Especially in India, each night I've been there, I've had like one violent night of sickness, so then yes, so I've gotten very sick, and some of the sickest I've ever been. The first time I was there, I was in Varanasi, and I was like, it felt like death. Like I felt like I was truly dying. But it was only just for one night.
Did you get? Was it from a shake? Did you get one of the magical Varanasi
actually,
shakes?
No. Once it was from the ice, I think, of like a smoothie type thing. Another time,
yeah, so you gotta watch out for the ice.
Yeah, so the other time I was actually going from Bihar to Varanasi on a train, and I ate at this like restaurant, and I think that's what got me really sick. And what was crazy also in the restaurant was they were having fuel protests at the time, so the state had like shut down in protest, but I didn't realize that, and so I went into this like restaurant again, and then while I was sitting there, I was the only person there, and then these people ran inside and shut all the shutters and the windows, and I had no idea what was going on, and then I start hearing all these hands start banging on the walls.
Oh my god!
And like banging, and I have like no idea what's going on. I guess like the other people were upset that they were still like operating their restaurant.
Oh my god!
Shit.
At that time, so I had no idea what was going on. So I think I got sick, but now it's kind of annoying because in my current role, I have to like travel around a bit, but it's only for like 2 weeks at a time. So I have to be like much more careful, which I don't like because I like to try everything and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's funny to be like, I'm just gonna like pencil in about a week of being sick.
Yeah. I think that is why like it's so good to be somewhere for a long time and account for the errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we should go because we got to go pick up Alibi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's great talking to you. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me.
Sorry, everybody. We're gonna try to make our interviews shorter.
Yeah.
It's hard because we get so caught up talking to everyone. But
it's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a good night, everyone, and
we love you.
We love you. See you next time.
Go out with a song.
Let's go out with a song.